Welcome to the brand presentation for the C Street by Arnett Muldrow and Associates. I'm Ben Muldrow. First thing that we always like to do is we like to start by looking at the different identities that might exist in the community. These are just three of the different variations that we've seen used for C Street. The one on the far left obviously is inspired by a more rustic and Western, many times railroad inspired look and feel. The one in the center is the identity that currently exists on the It's All Downtown website and was created for the website, but not particularly for, it was not intended to be used as a logo itself. Then the one on the far right with the variated baseline and use of all caps and lowercase. Variations of this exist in several different forms, but I think most visible, this typeface was integrated into the current gateway signs into the district. The first thing that we wanted to do was we wanted to land on a uniform typeface, one that could be used consistently throughout the district and could over and over again denote the connection with C Street. But we also wanted something that had variations that were built into it. So we selected a typeface called Core Circus. And this typeface has many different variations built into it, different drop shadows, outlines, gradations. And these variations give us the opportunity to create tremendous diversity in the visual appeal of brand extension without deviating from that primary identity typeface. Now from there, we sampled some images that we took from the district and we came up with a 6-color palette that would reach anywhere from kind of a rich burgundy to an antique blue through some warmer tones and then a kind of gray that we connected back to the railroad heritage. Now that we have the typeface and the color palette, we then wanted to create a uniform message. And we do that with something that we call a brand statement. And I'm going to read the brand statement now. We are connected. Since the advent of the Frisco Railroad, we have been the beating heart of transportation and trade in Springfield. Our historic buildings and restored Jefferson Avenue footbridge connect us to the history and neighborhoods that make us a special place. We are creative. We are home to collaborative workspaces, loft apartments, and independent retailers. We offer salons, bakeries, photographers, and venues for special occasions or cocktails and cuisine for a night on the town. We are artists, accountants, and community advocates. We are passionate entrepreneurs and compassionate educators. We are community. Every day we create handmade chocolates, roasted coffee, and craft beer for markets nearby and around the world. We are a place where an investment in a building or business is an investment in our friends and neighbors. We are a one-story commute to the office, where you're only ever 5 minutes away. We are relaxed and confident, historic and modern, a place where art meets life. We invite you to rediscover C Street, uncover our potential, and feel our momentum. Find out why we are downtown Springfield's creative edge. And it doesn't matter whether you call us C Street or Commercial Street, it all starts with C. So then it all culminates together with the typeface, the color palette, the brand message, and what we created was a uniform, custom design letter C. With this, we have several graphic elements tied into it. One is the circles in the center, the bullets that run along the center of the C. Those really pay tribute to some of the rivets that we see in the significant metal structures from the farmer's market stand to the footbridge. And then one of the other things that you'll notice is the dotted lines that complete the circle. knowing that our goal is to create a well-rounded experience on C Street, but that we are still working to achieve our vision. One of the other things that we decided on was every other time we had ever seen C Street, we've seen commercial abbreviated as C, but street was always written out. We knew that street was a known abbreviation. So what we chose to do was move it in the center and give us more of a square, iconic approach to the overall logo. We felt like this approach would give us the opportunity to have a greater level of adoption from the business community because it would take less to convey the connection to C Street. From here, we wanted to go ahead and make sure that we tested out all the variations, made sure that it worked in one color. We could simplify it down to a smaller application by leaving off the historic commercial street modifier. We could also do a more formalized version that brings in our tagline of Downtown Springfield's Creative Edge. Gives us the opportunity to really connect and be flexible in the way that we consistently refer to ourselves. And that's one of the keys to a successful branding system, is that flexibility. Now, we also wanted to make sure that whatever we created could easily be integrated into the well-known regional brand of It's All Downtown. So we started with It All Starts with C. We were able to take that circular icon and integrate it into the pin dot that has been so well implemented by the itsalldowntown.com campaign. Then from there, we wanted to show things like street banners. One of the things that happens many, many times with street banners is they actually get over-designed because we design them against white backdrops. We want to use solid color backgrounds with minimal design elements on these banners to help us to create a sense of continuity as we go through the district and help to make it easier for walkers and browsers to extend outside of just the 200 block. You have to use your banners to connect your district into one cohesive unit. The banners can also be another place that we can really begin to highlight that whole idea of downtown's creative edge. Now, where it really starts to get fun, though, is once you have the typeface, the colors, the message, and the graphic approach, we can begin to explore things like brand extension, taking that identity and rolling it into the events that go on. Here we see an adaptation for Mardi Gras on C Street and showing how that can roll into its marketing and integrate that same look and feel into promoting those events. You might ask, why is this important? We need to use the positive experiences that people have through the events in a district to convert those experiences into quality, positive brand equity for a community and its identity. Now, next we did a recommended redesign on the Loft Walk. The current logo for Loft Walk is actually very good. We wanted to simply show how you could take this, modify the typeface, and bring it in, and then showed a sample of what a brochure or poster might look like for that particular event. Again, you can see the continuity that is brought in through utilizing that typeface. Still has tremendous variety that you can tie into because of the different variations in the typeface. But then strong in the center at the bottom, we see that C Street icon. Now, it's also very, very important to be able to have the marketing message convert over into advertising. And one of the big things we want to do is we want to create an opportunity for the business community to integrate this into their own message as well. So we took Big Mama's Coffee and Espresso Bar as an example. We showed how a layout here can bring in information about the business. We can highlight this whole concept of it all starts with C, highlighting different positive adjectives that start with the letter C. Comfort, find it at Big Mama's. We've got a great opportunity for a dominant graphic image. But one of the great things about this layout is, although it is clean and simple, it also has tremendous opportunity to customize. Every single box you see has the opportunity to be customized with a different graphic, image, or texture. And the logo itself even has underneath it both a interchangeable photo box and color box so that we can constantly grow and adapt. And you might notice at the bottom as well, being able to send uh, potential visitors to a website where they can learn more information about C Street. We recommended a couple different domain names, but I think that is having a unified C Street website could be a very, very useful tool for the district. So kind of going through, taking a look at some of these, seeing how simply changing out the dominant photo, changing out the texture at the bottom, gives you a great opportunity to really make the whole layout feel customized for each and every message. Highlighting the different events that go on, but even more importantly, highlighting the people that you might see. Highlighting the businesses, showing off the personalities, and truly creating a sense of a place where when people come here, they're reinforced by its warmth by seeing those people that we have shared with them. Highlighting the products and services. Who doesn't like croissants? Who doesn't like great, perfectly cooked thin crust pizza? Highlighting all of those different attributes. But then also constantly remembering that it is important to put a face on the business and being able to share those personalities, whether you're a tattoo parlor, whether you're a vintage clothing store, whether you're selling home furnishings. All of those things create a warm and inviting atmosphere when you let the consumer know and meet those business owners. The variety that we have here, the expandability is very, very exciting. Being able to show different details and focus in. And one of the biggest things to always remember is that you do not have to make your ads say everything. You've got to work to build a series of messages that connect with one another's. Showing off those different amenities. You currently have 60 different loft apartments, market rate, in all different sizes, textures. Really, really great opportunity. Celebrating those successful businesses that are making a name for your community and your district globally. It really is an amazing story of the different independent business owners that you have. Don't ever forget that connection you have with the train. It is the reason that you're here. That footbridge, it draws people into the community, and they love to be able to climb up there and interact with the railroad. Highlight both the individual businesses and those successful events that bring people to the district. Thriller has been a huge success, and being able to use that to create and cultivate new customers is important. The organizations in the community, everything from the CID to the commercial club to the merchants meetings, we have to tie all of those things in together. We have to create a logical and easy to understand organizational structure that allows the merchants, the residents, and the consumers to feel like this district has a vision and has a plan of how to achieve that vision. But then constantly thinking about different creative ways that you can highlight and promote the personalities, showing off the different businesses this way, highlighting the me in the middle of commercial, getting to know the people that make the street up. Again, constantly reinforcing the little details. You really do have a beautiful district, but you have to fight with the conceptions and misconceptions that people have of Commercial Street. By introducing them to these personalities, you help to make it more inviting. You help to dispel the rumors. And sadly, you need to know that when someone has an idea that Commercial Street is not safe, They might still come to the district. They might still see people that reinforce that feeling that it is not safe. It is our job and our responsibility to show them the warmth, to win them over, and to let them realize that it's not the way that people perceive it to be. Highlighting all those different business owners and the businesses that they have. And again, you see one of these in advertising, then you walk in the store and there's that person. To a certain degree, it's almost like you're meeting a local celebrity. But highlighting the people that are truly investing in this district and making it a unique place. We're real excited for everything that C Street has to offer. We feel like the district needs a strong, simple, easy to implement plan. We feel like this district has all the opportunity in the world to reinforce over and over again what it means to be downtown Springfield's creative edge. Thanks for your time and have a great day.